Ghost Club. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I am 𝒍𝒊𝒌𝒆. I will be your captain. You are listening to the 𝒍𝒊𝒌𝒆 show. How are you doing tonight at headquarters? Would you like to formally introduce yourself?
Edward.
I'm not hearing anything, sir. There you go.
Edward.
Who are you?
Edward.
You're Edward. Is that your name all the time?
Yes, sir.
Would you like to introduce yourself further? With
That's about all for now.
That's all you got for us, Edward?
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you so much for manning the show tonight. You're doing awesome.
Thank you, Matt.
The opening song was called The Mathematician. This next song is called Moonbeam. Are you ready for Moonbeam, Edward?
I was born ready for Moonbeam, Matt.
That's excellent news. Would you say you were born by a moonbeam?
Both.
This next song is called The Ballroom Behind the Clouds. Mr. Headquarters. Have you got access to the chat?
Oh no, I haven't.
I cannot hear you, sir.
Indeed, I haven't.
Your microphone. Find mute button, sir. There you go.
Indeed, I have not.
Okay. So, we'll be right back, guys. We're gonna take a short break. Like literally a few seconds. Don't go anywhere. Slide number 7, homie. See, I told you it wouldn't be that long.
We're back.
What have you got for us today, Mr. What did you say your name was? Jarvis? Edward, excuse me.
Edward.
Gotta get your pronouns right.
Indeed.
Is that supposed to be a Cockney accent? Don't they call it a speaking crow? Over there across the pond. No, pigeon. They call it pigeon.
And what noise do pigeons make?
The noises you're making.
Indeed.
Do us a definition check on pull up the browser and put pigeon slang British and read us that definition. What is pigeon?
A bird.
It'll be the little red icon with the lion on it. That'll be the browser. On the tabs to the right. Yeah, there you go. You're cooking with fire now. The oven is on. Yeah, pull up a new tab, buddy. At the top. Just add a little plus. Yep. Now, British pigeon accent definition. You type faster than me.
I didn't even use anything.
What were you using?
Oh, Jedi mind trick.
Okay, explain for us what pigeon is.
The British pigeon specifically the common wood pigeon, Columbia palumbis, is the largest and most common pigeon in the UK.
That's not the, that's not the pigeon we're looking for, Mr. Jarvis.
You wanted a British pigeon, and that's just what
Did
you
you type
got.
in British pigeon accent? Keyword. What do you got for us under that? It seems like you struck gold. What does it say? Is it not what I thought? You seem troubled. What have you seen? We must know. You can't hold it to yourself.
I think I'm going to keep it between us pigeons, Mike.
What does it say? Surely it's not that bad. All right, give us an account summary. What? Put it in your own native dialect for us. What does it say? What's up? Is it unmentionables? Come in, Mr. Jarvis. Is it just a false memory? Did nothing come up on a British accent called pigeon?
Mike, the only thing I know is that we got a lot of birds out here.
In Australia, no less.
We got a lot of birds out here. Mike, these birds.
All right, Mr. Crocker.
These birds are claiming to be pigeons, Mike.
Birds are claiming to be pigeons. What else would they claim to be? Would they claim to be dogs?
Owls, Mike.
Are you a night owl? What time did you go to bed last night?
Do you want military time, Mike?
Yeah, if that's your standard.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't give you military time. We don't have military time in the UK.
We're all out of military time, you say?
Sorry, Mike.
This next song is called Field of Colors. Would you like to fill us in on what you were doing previously before the show? What did you achieve?
I don't know what.
Your microphone, sir. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to get used to.
Mate, I don't know what you're quacking about, mate.
What I'm quacking about? Well,
I went to work, mate,
yes,
and I had a good day. I
I'm
smiled.
happy to hear that.
I smiled.
What did you do between work and this
worked.
show? What was that?
And I ate some food.
What do you eat?
I believe I ate some,
A bologna sandwich, you're saying?
no, it was something much worse than that.
Oh my, worse than a bologna sandwich.
Mate, if I'm being honest about what I ate,
Well, certainly don't give us lies.
it was mate, if I'm being honest, it was a chicken, mate.
It was a whole chicken.
A chicken, yes, mate. Does that make me a monster?
How did the chicken feel about that? Did you even bother to ask? It's okay. I have chicken in my meat drawer right now, thawing out. My intentions are the same as yours.
Do people eat bunnies?
They do. Have you never had a bunny?
In a to-go cup.
Now, I don't know if you can fit a whole hair in a to-go cup, but you can fit a certain kind of hair in a to-go cup. I've had that experience before. The worst I've had is like the hair being like in my mouth and in my stomach at the same time. It was
I
really
don't mind the hair too much. The hair cooks off pretty much. I just usually put the chicken feed straight in the pan, lead a trail to the pan, and the chickens hop right in.
Oh, okay. I've never used that methodology before. Usually they're already ready.
We do it a
By the
bit
time-
different in England.
Oh, really? Is that the what do you call that dish over there?
Shot casserole?
That's what you call your hopping chicken cuisine. I mean, I suppose it's the freshest you can get. Do you just go sit out in the yard with a frying pan?
We don't have yards in England.
Oh, that's right. It's all concrete, isn't it?
Let's go to this. Let's see if we have.
So you just keep them in your flat then?
How about we see?
chickens.
How about we see if we have anybody in the chat?
Yeah, let's hear from the chat.
Maybe we have somebody watching from England. Maybe somebody I know.
Yeah, maybe one of your homies. That tab, by the way, you could pull it up from the. Well, you got it. Never.
We don't call them
You're an
homies in
expert.
England, Matt. We call them mates.
See, here we only refer to mates as your partner, your procreational buddy, your significant other. The parent of your children.
We don't have those in England.
You don't have children in England.
We don't have anything in England.
Sounds quite dystopian. What does the chat say about this?
I don't see a Facebook chat.
Hit the YouTube one. Yeah, there
The YouTube one, no updates on it, but earlier they were saying good, and then I might check.
Who's saying what? Take your time, buddy.
Burnt Chrysler
Burnt Chrysler
said mic check, 1, 2, mic check. And then he said, getting spooky now. I'll come back as a ghost. I'm going to steal socks.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's where my socks are going.
This conversation has taken a weird turn. That's what he said.
That's pretty accurate.
And CVR said good. I don't know what they were saying good to. That was probably earlier.
Thank you so much, CBR.
Before I had the...
I think you're good as well.
Because Matt is great, let me tell you.
Well, at least you think so. Thank you so much. That makes you and my mom. Though I'm not sure that she watches the show.
I'm sure she hears it.
Perhaps in her sleep. I know I do. Alright, mate, we're coming up on eyes. You can listen to the studio release version on over 88 platforms. That includes my vocals and everything else I do in the studio. It is on everywhere that you can find music. You can also find the show on 88 platforms as well, all the same platforms. You can go and listen to the same show. Though the only way you get visuals is like I'm talking about like video feed, like me doing this. You can see me on Facebook on my Matt November page. Send me a friend request if you like. And also my 𝒍𝒊𝒌𝒆 November page, of course, it gets uploaded there. And YouTube. And when you guys comment, your comments are heard again on over 88 platforms. That includes your comments, Jarvis.
Thank you. It's Edward.
Forgive me, Edward. It's gonna take some getting used to.
I forgive my Edward. Edward does not forget.
Are you gonna hit me with a boomerang if I keep doing it?
We don't do that in England.
So your mom must be, so your daddy's British and your mom is Australian, is that what? There's some kind of conflict of, there's a duality in your accents.
I'm my own species.
Are you a part of the indigenous people of Australia? They're losing, haven't they lost the ability to like communicate? They've lost language.
I'm not sure, mate. I've been hibernating for the past 5 years.
Oh, okay. Mr. Edward,
Yes, sir.
can you check our Instagram commenters?
Already done it, mate. They said,
What did they say? Who said what?
oh, mate, but I was on my phone and I exited off the live, mate, and now I can't see the previous comments, mate. But I believe it was a Liz that said, good.
Oh. Well, thank you so much,
Well, thanks. Or something.
Liz.
Oh, and a 𝒍𝒊𝒌𝒆 commented,
What did 𝒍𝒊𝒌𝒆 say?
he said good stuff, Mark. And he said the Edward guy is pretty cool.
I agree. Thank you so much, Mr. 𝒍𝒊𝒌𝒆.
𝒍𝒊𝒌𝒆 said you're welcome.
I hope you've developed better habits for yourself as well. To Mr. 𝒍𝒊𝒌𝒆.
Indeed, I agree, for sure.
This next song is called Hold On To Me.
Number 5.
Number 5. Oh, no, you're straight on that. How are we looking on titles as well? Rumor mill has it that you play guitar as well. Is that true?
Maybe. Maybe we do that in England. Maybe that is the one thing we do in England.
Now, I thought you said earlier you don't have anything in England. Do you have water parks in England?
Well, maybe we don't do that in England.
Do you have bathtubs?
Maybe we actually get in boats. What we do is get in boats, grab our guitars, and go right outside of England and play in the boat.
Do you come here and play? Play in the United States?
We just don't play on the soil in the UK.
You don't do what?
Play on the soil. Because if you're in the water, it's not really the UK still. It's more of the ocean.
Alright, you're not subject to laws in the ocean either. I know that helps with your line of activities. I'm glad your name's not Mr. Epstein, though. That would be certainly the wrong kind of activities to be involved in. Why don't we know the client list, by the way?
That is an American thing, I believe.
Actually, as time goes on, more and more information comes out that shows that it's not just an American thing. It's linked to a country that has a hexagram on their flag. That apparently he was running a blackmail industry, and he was working for that country, that certain country's government, apparently. And that's why it took so long for him to, because he was already brought to our U.S. courts, and he was let off on house arrest after being convicted of, well, the things he's convicted of now. Well, before he didn't die, or did die, or whatever you make of that. Do you think Mr. Epstein is, you think he's above ground or below ground at this point? What's your expert advice?
Mate, I never knew him. We don't have people like that in England. England's a beautiful place, mate.
Are there trees in England?
No, mate. We don't like trees in England.
You see them springing up out of the ground and you gotta start hacking at them.
We like London towers and clocks, mate.
You say you prefer towers over trees?
And clocks.
And what?
Clocks and tea. Clocks, teas, and towers.
Clocks, teas, and towers.
Yes, mate.
Are you with the CTT? The Clocks, Teas, and Towers organization?
Mate, if I'm being honest, I never got over when you guys dumped our tea into the harbour.
Oh, the Boston Tea Party.
I never got over that, mate.
Is it because you weren't invited?
I'm not going to lie to you, mate. I always look at you differently.
Did you feel left out? I mean, you could have joined us in that.
That was my grandfather's tea, mate.
Well, you could have
I'm not gonna be
made
pushed-
more
I'm-
tea under the capitalism of the United
I'm not
States.
gonna be pushy about it, mate. But you kind of still owe me for my grandfather's tea. But
Oh, you're asking for reparations, tea reparations.
I'm not gonna be pushy about it, mate. You're good, Brad.
I mean, I got $1 for you.
You're good, Brad. Don't worry.
If you're that broke enough about it, I can figure out how to make it right. I got some tea at home. You
Ruined
can-
my granddad's life, but it's okay, mate. Don't worry.
I got some mullein tea. It's organic. Probably better than what was on that boat. Though counting that it sank into the water, if you were an opportunist, you could have had your tea anyway. You just fill up your bottles where it sank. It is not Christmas. What are you doing? Where did that even come from? Is that just for your viewing pleasure?
Mate, since you brought it up, mate, I might as well show it to the whole audience now, mate.
Show us what you're looking at.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Is that what your grandfather looked like when we sank his tea? This next song is called Field of Colors. Excuse me, sunlit. you got any comments for us, Mr. Edward? Edward Scissorhands. Oh, excuse me, would you rather be Edward Scissor Feet? Break the mold. What are my people saying? Are they talking about how hungry I am?
Shoe guys. 𝒍𝒊𝒌𝒆 said shoe guys, question mark.
I suppose it could be shoegaze. I'll leave that for you guys to decide. I just make music, I don't really make the genres. What would you say, Mr. Edwards? Would you say my music falls into the category of what?
Excuse me, mate?
What category would you classify my music as?
Country.
Doesn't seem very accurate to me.
It took me a minute to calculate it, mate, but this is how we view things from England.
Would it be considered pigeon genre?
Mate, I wouldn't know if it hit me hard over the head like a rock.
You wouldn't know a pigeon if it flew into your head.
I wouldn't know if it hit me hard over the head like a rock, mate.
Your head's the shape of a rock.
It's not like the music you play is like rock.
Oh. My music's
I wouldn't
not...
know it if it hit me over the head with a rock, mate.
My music is not rock, is what you're saying.
Mate.
Is it roll?
You Americans, mate. You Americans.
I'm a what?
I said you Americans, mate.
It takes one to know it. How British of you to say. I've always just called my music indie. I think that's a kind of a blanket statement.
Indie is indeed a category of rock. I'd say you play kind of different categories of rock, so I just all categorized it in one as rock.
I just call it
indie
music.
is also a great.
I take it a step further and I just say it's music. You know, not all sound is music, but hopefully I fit at least in that category.
Matt, can I put you on the spot?
Yeah. I'm on the spot right now. I'm kind of stuck here until everybody's done with me.
Can we hear some Midwest emo country?
I don't know. Are you talking about like spaghetti western?
Yes, mate. Whatever your heart desires.
That's the best spaghetti western I got for you. Hang on, I'm trying to hear something in my head. I don't know. Spaghetti western's backwards to me.
Good job, Mark.
This next song is called Alice. Definitely not spaghetti western. No graphics for that one, Mr. Jarvis.
There we go. Now we're in business.
This next song is called My Love for You. Have we got any more people saying things? Mr. Spaghetti Western. Mr. Tea Party.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got comments. Do we have utterances in the chat? Put one in the chat if you love your life. And also put one in the chat if you want to love your life. Put 0 in the chat if you don't love life and don't want to, and we'll get help for you. What do we got going on? Mr. Tea Party.
I'll let you know.
Okay. This next song is called My Love for You. What's our time at, Mr. Tea Party?
Excuse me, sir.
How much time do we have?
It is now 12:16.
What time did we start?
I'm not too sure now.
There's no indicator over there of like how long we've been rolling, is there? Because I didn't look at the time. I think it was 10. I know we had some problems getting off the ground. It's like 10:20. What time is it right now?
Just 12:17.
12:17. All right, Ghost Club. Did everybody get to say what they had to say, Mr. Tea Party? Before we yes, no, maybe so.
I've clicked did about 3 times, Mike.
Oh, yeah, sometimes it takes a minute to load.
That's right. I'm not seeing any new comments on Facebook or YouTube.
What about on Instagram? I always hate to close it off and people are like, well, why didn't
I
you
don't
reply?
see any on there either.
Okay, great. Alright, guys. Unfortunately, it's that time once again. The time where I have to say goodbye. So you know what that means. Remember to leave me a like wherever you're watching this. I love conversations. Tell me anything you want to comment. Tell me what your favorite breakfast meal is. And if you don't eat breakfast, tell me also why you don't. Share this with everyone you know, because if you do that, I can keep doing this for you guys. And I would love to keep doing this for you guys. You want to keep doing this, Mr. Tea Party?
Even though
Excuse me.
the tea party happened and you your granddad threw out my granddad's tea.
Yeah, get it straight. It wasn't me. My hands weren't on it.
I think we have a deal, mate, but you just better not touch my tea, mate.
I might touch your tea. I can't promise. Please subscribe and hit the bell. That would be the next slide, sir. I saw that hand move.
I'm trying to dump this mouse into the harbor. Hit the bell.
Please subscribe and hit the bell if you have not done so already to know when I've done something on the internet. And I'm always doing stuff on the internet. I'll see you next Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love you very much, Ghost Club. Stay frosty.